One more time, ladies and gentlemen. The man who has committed himself to taking receiving pointers from his center, Mr. Adam Thielen, joins the Power Trip Morning Show. Hi, Adam Thielen. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I have to start off by apologizing for last week. I was pretty messed up, running off about an hour of sleep, some pain meds, and a little sick. So I apologize for last week.
I thought you sounded great, and I love all the controversial things you said. I doubt you remember any of them, but it was really something.
Yeah, if I did say something, I don't remember it. So.
Well, hey, Chris joked about Garrett Bradbury's performance as a receiver, but dude, that guy, immaculate reception-esque catch, and immediately took off like he knew what he was doing. That didn't look like a lineman; he looked like a receiver.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that is in the locker room that's always talking about how great he was at other sports. And so I guess, he proved it that he is an athlete. And then, I'm sitting there watching on TV, which is rare. And I'm hearing the commentators talk about how good an athlete he is and kind of talking him up. So I had to talk with him yesterday about that. And, I thought that was pretty funny.
Adam Thielen, again, as always, appreciate your time. And all season long, it's just been great. We have a lot of different questions for you. I know it's somebody's birthday in the house today, so we won't keep you forever. And we'll try not to put you in the hot seat too much. So let me ask you this question. What do you say as the elder statesman in the wide receiver room when Justin Jefferson is as upset as he has seemed to be the last couple of weeks? What do you say to him?
Well, I'll say this about Justin is you don't really have to say a whole lot to him. He's a really calm, cool, collected guy. Does he get frustrated? Yeah, we all get frustrated. Does he want to win? Yeah, I think that's a trait that has helped him have success and is a trait that you want in a guy. You want guys that want to win. So there's not much I can say to him, other than just having communication with him. We talk a lot, just about whatever, whether it's life or football and just trying to be there as a friend. But again, he's such a great teammate that you don't have to worry about a guy like that. And, fans and media, they don't see the day to day. They don't see the interactions he has in the locker room and who he is really as a person. So we get to see that. So we know we don't have to worry much about Justin. He's the best team guy there is, and excited about how he can help this team win in the future.
Adam, it's Meat Sauce. How are you?
Hey, Sauce.
Question for you. There are a lot of fans, and I'm probably one included, that are thinking to themselves, why on earth would any starters play this weekend? And what some people are, the playoffs are out of the picture. There's all that stuff. What do you say to some of the fans when people say, why would any of the starters play in what they quote unquote call a meaningless football game?
Yeah, I get where people are coming from. But at the same time, we're competitors. We're athletes. We're also getting paid to play this game. We're getting paid to play every single game that we're good enough to play, healthy enough to play in. And that's our job. And so, when that's our job and, our coaching staff says we're playing. And that's exciting as an athlete. We want to play. We want to compete. We want to get better. I don't think there's one person in that locker room right now that doesn't want to get better. And what a better way. There's no better way to get better than playing in a game, and getting that experience. So, it's a cliche thing to say that experience is so important, but, the more experience you have, you realize how important it is. When you're a young player, you're like, experience, whatever. It's all the same. But the more experience you have, you realize how important it is. So, it's just another opportunity for these guys to go out there and make a name for themselves. We talked in the receiver room yesterday about, you're playing for a lot more than yourself, than this team. You're playing for you're playing for a job interview at the end of the day. This is your resume. In the NFL, your only resume is your film, and teams don't see what you do in practice. So, great opportunity for guys to go out there and show that they can play and play at a high level.
Adam, it's Marnie. Good morning. Sorry to see your season end the way it did. That really stinks. I'm wondering what it's like at home with 3 young kids who are, I would imagine, very active. And especially early on, you have a surgery, and what it's like sort of to tell the 3 kids, like, be careful of daddy, don't go too close to daddy. And then also your wife is like, Adam, can you unload the dishwasher? And you're like, no, because my ankle hurts.
Riesel uses that all the time.
Well, first of all, God bless my wife, because she's been dominating this last week and a half. It hasn't been easy on her because, like you said, I couldn't do anything for a few days for sure, and I still can't do a whole lot because I can't walk. So it's been definitely a challenge. I think that's one thing that people don't really see is they see what we do on Sundays, but there's a lot more behind the scenes that is kind of crazy, especially when you're injured. But at the same time, it could be a lot worse. I'm thankful. It's a pretty quick recovery and things like that, so I will be able to help out here pretty soon. But again, I'm thankful for the support system, and my wife, she's been a rock star, and she needs a vacation soon. So hopefully we can get some good date nights coming up here once I get fully healthy.
Adam, the timing of your injury towards the end of the season, season-ending type of injury, is unique in that sense. But when you talk about your role on the football team, what changes there? There's one game left. Are you still in meetings? Are they virtual meetings? Are you still touching base with the players? What does that look like for you this week?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing because when you're on IR, you're almost like it's like you're not part of the team anymore. It's kind of weird, but no, I've tried to come around the building as much as I can. Especially these last few days, starting to feel better and stuff, and just try to be around the guys and be a support system. I'm not trying to say too much, but if anybody needs anything or has any questions or just wants to talk, I'm there. And I might be a little too much because I tend to have a little bit of energy, and I get a couple cups of coffee in me and I can't stop talking. So I try to stay away from the serious stuff as much as possible because my ADD kicks in and I can't stay focused. So, but no, I try to be as much of a resource as possible.
Of all the players on this roster and even in the league, you are one that has taken advantage of every small opportunity you've gotten, and you've really turned it into an amazing career. What about those guys that are going to get an opportunity this week that may not have had a chance to play, that the future of their career may be relying on this? What sort of advice or suggestions do you give those guys that could really turn this into something the way that you did?
Yeah, it's really something that I've preached to them or talked to them about all season. Really. Right now, just kind of talking about the young receivers or young offensive guys that I have a lot more contact with. But yeah, even some of the defensive guys that I see a little bit. But really just talking to those young guys about, man, first of all, right now, talking early in the season when they're not getting a lot of opportunity, hey, take advantage of your practice reps. Preparation is the most important thing because you never know when the opportunity is going to come. Like you said, you get very small opportunities, especially when you're a young player and not highly drafted. So you got to be prepared for when those small opportunities come. So that's kind of been my message all year to these guys that aren't getting those opportunities. Hey, you better get your butt prepared, and you better have, you better be taking advantage of practice reps and meeting reps and watching other guys and film and stuff like that because you never know when that's going to happen. And this week is one of those opportunities for a lot of guys. So we'll see how well they prepared, and then if they can take advantage of that opportunity, big things will happen. And it's a resume builder. So if they can go and do big things this week, there's a lot of other teams that are out there watching and trying to find the next best player to help their team win or help this team win. And who knows what this team will look like next year. So you're just putting out, like I said, another resume builder to show that you can help this team win.
Adam Thielen is brought to you by Thielen Performance, by the Thielen Foundation and ETS Performance. Adam, sounds like somebody's awake and ready to open some birthday presents. So one more thing and we'll let you go, okay? And again, thank you for being here all year. I'm not going to ask you about coaching because I don't want to put you in a bad spot and you don't know anyway. So let me ask you this. How shocked are you that you guys missed the playoffs this season, knowing how good this roster is and how good it was at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I don't know if shocked is the right word because at the end of the day, this is a very difficult league, and I've been around long enough to know that sometimes it's not what you have on paper. You got to go out and prove it, obviously. So it's shocked isn't the word. It's disappointed. We have such a great group of guys, whether that be players, coaches, staff. We just really have a good group, and it's just disappointing when you put in the work and you do the little things. you do things the right way and practice, and then you don't get the results. But that's how this game works. It's a result-driven business, and you got to put up, and you got to show that you got to prove it week in and week out, and we didn't do that. So it's definitely disappointing. Bummed out. Looking forward to watching these guys this last game, and then preparing to win a bunch of games next year. Obviously, it's tough to say that because you got to do it now, but excited about the opportunity moving forward.
Most importantly, will you play initials during this offseason?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All right. Just text Sauce because if you lost his number or deleted his number, don't text. Just text Chris. But no, let us know when you want to play, dude. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
I would love that.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day, man. See you later.